Good afternoon, everyone. I'm back. Thought I'd just chill out and have a nice, deserved cuppa. Anyway, just going through a few comments and stuff, and I actually do find it like crazy, right? Some of the people, like some people on here, right, actually don't live in the real world. Things to say and do and blah blah blah, right? Like, you don't really know what goes on anywhere. Not all of you, because there's a lot of people do know the crack, right? But like, you need to put your phone down, turn your laptop off, and get out there and actually see what happens. Do you know what I mean? Like, some of the stuff people say about me and to me and that on here, again, not in real life. I'm not saying I'm a scary bloke and you can't say that in real life, because of course people can. Do you know what I mean? But it doesn't happen. It's never happened yet. But you see, I'll come on here and I'll do what I do. 9 times out of 10, upset somebody, right? And it's not just anyone, it's like other people off here. Usually people who are bigger and harder than myself. But I turn up everywhere, knowing that these people will be there with any sort of chance that I could get a good hiding. But guess what? I still go. I'm not bothered. It is what it is. But how many of you people can say that? Do you know what I mean? Because you don't. You don't live in the real world. You just live on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? You need to get out there, right? Because I guarantee none of you would say bugger all to anyone, regardless. You just wouldn't. As for Danny Christian having a wedding there, like, Danny does get it. Do you know what I mean? The same as most. Well, there you go. The same as everybody who was there gets it. Apart from the little dickheads who don't do anything and go anywhere but live their lives on here. They're the only ones who don't get it, because they're the people who, how do we say it? They're the people who think that there's somebody by not actually having to do anything all the time, like hiding with the silly names and this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. And that is just not, it's not real life. It's not reality, is it? I go everywhere, anywhere and everywhere. It doesn't bother me. And I won't stop doing what I do. Even when I have had run-ins and fallouts with people, doesn't matter, right? A lot of people respect me because I do see it as how I see it. Yes, a lot of the time I'm taking the mickey, right? And if you don't realise when I'm taking the piss or not, you're more stupid than I thought. Because, again, do you think I'll go in there and there's awkward, go into a room where there's loads of people I've had to go at and stuff, right? Quite nastily sometimes, offered them out and this, that, and the other. Do you think I go in there and get set up on? No, it doesn't work like that. Like I said, people know the crack. Real people. See, you hear people saying here, the real ones, right? That's the likes of JDP and Rack pulling them, right? That couldn't be further from the truth. They're not the real ones, right? Again, they're the ones who put the content out and have a go at everybody in that, right? But never go anywhere. Always keep their distance, right? In case they ever bump into somebody who they might have offended, and they'll shit themselves. That's what they do. So that's not the real ones, is it? Do you know what I mean? Again, there's not many of us who do that, to be fair. Another one, creepy. Craig does it, because Craig goes all over the place and bumps into people he's upset. It is what it is. Like, I wouldn't do it if I was scared about, do you know what I mean, going anywhere and doing out. Like I say, real people get it and know what goes on. Dingbats, oh, you do this, you do that, right? They think they know anything that goes on, but they don't. They know absolutely nothing, right? Because, again, they're that much of fannies, they won't put themselves in the position in case something is said that might offend them or it might scare them or something might happen. That's not me, people. It's just little fannies, wannabes. You know what I mean? And again, we had this conversation at the over the at the weekend at the Fighters Hotel. Well, I'm staying at the Fighters Hotel. Loads of people were. And again, it's said like, you're not going to like this, but I get respect because when these people who I've had a go at bump into me, I'm still the same person as I am when I'm on here. I still say the same things. It is what it is, right? You can ask, there's loads and loads, I met loads and loads of people who haven't got channels on that, but people who do watch the dark side, right? And every one of them said, you're no different, you are, you're still a gobshite. You just don't care, do you? And that's, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I think it's a good thing. For the simple reason is, I'm not going to change. Yes, sometimes I might go on a little bit different. I might like take the piss and joke around and stuff, but what you see is what you get, to be fair, on here. And again, look at where they go. Look at the likes of Brett May and that. Brett May's a big lad. He'd fill me it easy, right? But he'll come on here and call people. You will never see Brett May turn up at one of these events because he's the type of bloke who would be shit scared in case he bumped in to the likes of Danny, Venice, somebody else he's called out. And that's the difference. And he's supposed to be a big fighting man, apparently. Do you know what I mean? JDP's in that 20 minutes away from the event yesterday. He wouldn't come over. 10 o'clock in the morning, I said to him, pop over. He's never gonna put himself in a position where something possibly could go wrong for him. Listen, if something goes wrong to me, right, and I get a clip or something, so be it. Guess what? I'll probably make a few quid up it because it'll get filmed. It is what it is. It's like, who cares? Do you know what I mean? We don't care about shit like that. And again, a lot of these people respect us for saying what we say on here. And when they bump into us, instead of saying, oh, sorry, mate, I should have said that, blah, 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 blah. You're out who you are, and you just say, fucking had you the other week, didn't you? Made you look like a cunt and all that, blah, blah, blah. And that's what you do. Do you know what I mean? And like, believe it or not, you get a bit of respect for that because you're not one of them little fannies, like the JDPs of this world, the Rackpulls of this world, the Brett Mays, the Andy Smiths. They say they're going somewhere. We're looking for Craig. We're coming to you. I said, we're doing that. They don't. They don't go. They've got no intentions of coming to Newcastle whatsoever. Especially that Andy Smith. He's a little dang him. They just don't. If I say I'm going to Manchester, I'll go to Manchester. I let people know on the Friday night where I was. I think fair dues, I didn't get there. I think I got there about 9 o'clock by the time I checked in and stuff. But I let everybody know where I was. I went out and had a pint. Well, a couple of pints and stuff. It's just normal for me to do that. Why? I can't understand why people wouldn't do that. Do you know what I mean? If you're going to come on here and act a certain way, or portray yourself a certain way, right, you'd have to live with that in the real world. Whereas, like, some of you guys don't. You'll go on like that on here, all while distancing yourself from anybody and everybody, which is, it's just a bitch move, innit? Like, nobody has any respect for people like that whatsoever. I don't care what you say. Nobody has any sort of respect for dingbats like yous. See, when it comes down to it, I am better than yous because I'm myself. I don't need YouTube to build me up to be somebody I'm not. What you see is what you get, right? So if you bump into me, I'm not going to be any different. I am a nice guy, and I do try to have a laugh with everybody, but you guys would never see that because you wouldn't approach me. I know I'll get loads of comments and they saying, yeah, Daft, yeah, we do that, baby. You won't, mate. None of you will. I've had it every single time, and I tell everybody where I'm going. Every event I've been to, I've had dickheads and I'm waiting, I see you, blah, blah, blah. So I just turn up a couple of hours early, let everyone know where I'm at. And guess what? All I get is welcomed and niceness of everyone, every single person. So, yeah, I am better than yous. I am one of the real ones. Like, the real ones. Not the dickheads who come on here, but never really leave the house, do you know what I mean? So, grow up, dingbats, and if you want to get any sort of respect, be more like the sheriff. Bosh.